Cornelius and you're watching the G2Poker.com TV tournament series, where you, the viewer, get to take the presenters on with a chance to win a share of a €3,300 prize pool. Joining me at the tables this week is professional poker professor Paul Zimbler. How are you doing, Paul?
I'm very good, thank you. Good to be here.
Good. Well, before we get to the action, let's take a look at how the tournament's set up. The G2 Poker TV tournament takes place every Monday with players from different sites vying for a share of a minimum €3,000 guaranteed prize pool. We'll look at our final table more closely later on, but first let's look at how we fared at the felt and some of the hands from earlier on in the tournament. So we're at the table, blinds are 2 and 400. This is one of my hands. I've lost a bit of my starting stack, as you can see, but I pick up pocket tens in this hand.
It's not a bad hand to have. Probably going to see icy dead raise with king 9 suited.
What? Will they raise the pot?
We should make it like 900, 950.
There you go, raise to 890. What should I do in this position?
You should always be 3-betting. You know, you're on the button, you've got position. His range is so wide. You should be making it like 20, anywhere between 2,000 and like 2,200.
A little bit short of what it should have been.
Well, okay, you've gone for like a completely min raise. That's also fine. You know, you're looking to keep them in. If you could actually see, like we can see the cards now at the time, you'd make this exact bet, so he would call. Right.
Do we see the big blind come into the hand here? No.
Can't imagine he would ever call there. He's always going to peel the flop with king 9. So he's called.
It is a call from icy dead.
One king we've already seen been passed.
I'm thinking, so, no kings, no kings.
He's got first card out the deck.
Oh.
This can save you in a little bit because there's 2 overcards, but be interesting to see how he decides to play the hand.
Yeah.
Whether he checks to induce you to c-bet.
Oh, it was a check.
And he has done that. I like that. Now you're obviously going to c-bet, or you're just going to check and give up. We'll find out. We'll find out in a second. Yeah,
I made a bet.
There. Interesting on the size of the bet. was about half the pot. Can we see the pot size of 9, 8,
yeah, I think
18?
I did go half the pot.
I think he's a little bit more. So
he calls. I'm thinking, oh, I'm not sure about that.
Well, there's not really a card in the deck you want to see. There's one out really, the ten of hearts. This is a safe card for you because he should now check, and you get a shot to check behind or try and represent an ace. I think if you moved all in, he'd probably fold.
Do I move all in?
Well, we're about to find out. I think you're going to check. And you're all in. And obviously, he should be folding this hand. He's decided to slow play his hand, and he has folded. So
I can't believe I got it over
high five. So, I mean, yeah, he's decided to slow play. He's unlucky and aces come, and wow, look at that, you've done it.
I was pretty short stack there as well, so I kind of dwindled. I went up and down quite a lot in this tournament.
Well, you start with 15,000 chips, which is, you know, a nice stack to start with in a €30 tournament.
So I've changed tables. I changed tables quite a few times in this tournament.
So we can see you've got just under 12 big blinds now, which is, its important strategy is to know how many big blinds you've got and also your opponents. And looks like the chip leader at the table, oh no, he's not, he's got 2 chip leaders on his right. He's raised it up.
Super Owl, I think, is the chip leader here, yeah.
Aggressive play by Free-Not-1, or Re-Not-1, sorry.
Please say I didn't play this hand.
No,
I was going to say, oh man, I was thinking, why are we showing that?
I'm pretty sure we're just going to see an all-in or a stop and go from the big blind, but we'll find out. A lot of players decide just to call the extra 1,400, which doesn't really make sense with a stack of 11 big blinds.
No.
But that's what he's done. But let's see if he decides just to bet any flop. And if he decides to check, he's obviously going to check fold if he misses.
Oh, heart.
See, this is where it's interesting that the players now, he should just open shove, but he's decided to check to induce money in from the pot. But as soon as a penny comes in from the other player, let's just even say the player's got, you know, an ace high, or he's hit a pair, the guy's flipping. Does he really want to take the flip on when he can just take the pot down there and then?
Yeah.
So he did check raise.
It's surely a fast fold from Renot.
Yeah, I mean, he's obviously got none of it, so he's tried to steal the pot. You can see.
He's called?
What?
Whoa.
Wow. Just with 4 outs. Well, he's got the 7 as well, sorry, so he's got 7 outs.
Are we going to see some crazy happen here?
Come on, 9 of spades, just for fun. Oh, the 7, whoa!
Oh.
Jack 9 takes the pot.
I don't believe that. That's bad luck for Hans Ruber there.
Well, yes and no. I mean, I don't know if we can pause this for 1 second. Just, is it really bad luck for him, or did he play the hand badly? I mean, it's bad luck he's come across a hand like Jack 9, but if the guy had 10-8 and he flopped top pair, or 10-5 he flopped a pair, once he's committed that much to the hand and there's so much value in the pot, he's probably going to call with any 2 cards, as we just saw. But if Hans decided just to open shove, I'm pretty sure that Jack 9 of diamonds is going to fold, and he's going to take down that pot uncontested.
So, Paul, it looks like we're onto your table now.
Oh no, this is my favourite hand, 2-3. I wasn't going to, well, if I can remember, I wasn't going to play the hand, but I thought, you know, it's a bit of fun, it's a tournament, it's the early levels.
Well, it depends what everyone else does, isn't it? I eventually got knocked out by Premier 333, but I did come a respectable 20th place.
I saw that. I lost my last longer to you. That's very good. So this is early on in the tournament. You can see there's only a couple of people that have increased their stack.
Snowmen.
Pocket 8.
Surely a raise here.
Yeah. I can't remember what he made it, but it's 450.
Oh, it's quite a small raise.
Yeah, it's a today online. It's fairly standard to see 2, 2.5, 2.2.
Yeah.
So, you know, 450 is pretty standard. There's no antis in the middle. I'm a serial defender. I didn't 3-bet because I didn't want to get 4-bet. I wanted to play some poker with him because I'm known.
You didn't 3-bet with the 2-3?
3-2 of hearts is my favourite hand. Generally in a cash game, to be honest. But it's not that. I'm not really worried about my cards when I play poker. It doesn't matter what I've got. It's more what I think they've got. I'm playing against that. So generally, and with a lot of coaching I do, it doesn't matter what you've got. I'll teach people to play blind because he's obviously going to c-bet, and I can raise this bet now, and he's just in a world of pain. He won't know where he is. I can decide to float and check raise the turn. I can decide to float and lead out the turn. I can represent so many different hands. So I have raised him back, and I've just gone over the min raise, and he's now in a decision that what does he do? Does he peel to see 1 more card, which he does, and now all I've got to do is bet the turn. And he cannot call.
I like it. Did you not tell me earlier on you don't bluff in these tournaments?
Well, I'm trying to build myself a nice image. And all I need to do now really is either check raise or lead out, and it depends how I feel. And I've decided to lead out 1700, and you know, the guy's just got a pair of 8s. It's a paired board. There's now 3 diamonds. Yes, he does have a flush draw, but it's 8 high. And if he decides to call this, I can put a huge bet in on the river, and he doesn't really need to jeopardise his stack.
Oh,
and
I can't believe you got away with that.
And I wanted to show, this is the worst part, I didn't know on the screen I had to show the hand. But,
this player's going to be hating life right now.
Sorry, Bohus, but that's, you know.
That's how you get stung by Paul.
Don't take my big blind. It's not available for anyone. I will defend to the maximum.
Did you find yourself playing a lot of pots in this tournament?
No, I didn't actually. You'll be quite surprised. I don't know if the stats can come up, but I generally didn't play that many pots.
Oh.
Here we go.
A few hands on this one, actually. You got 8s, you got ace king there as well.
Or 2. He's min raised with pocket 8s.
Do you like that? Under the gun?
Well, he's got 4. He's got 30 big blinds. Yeah, I prefer a min raise to a limp. Problem is, if you get 3-bet and it's an aggressive table, then you're just in a world of pain. But this guy's just decided to open shove. Now, I'm not mad about my call here with pocket 10s, but the truth is, this guy probably under the gun. I'm not putting this guy under the gun. I think we've played quite a few hands. He's min raised. He's probably got a small pair, or he's got like suited connectors, or he can have aces or kings. And because I don't know what his range is,
okay,
if I decide to call this and Vindertan moves all in, I'm just in really bad shape.
I really want to see the flop here now, just to see if the ace or the king does come.
Yeah, this is the one. This is pretty sick.
Okay.
There's
the 8.
Here's the queen.
Oh,
and obviously I got tens in this situation. But just to explain to people at home the thought process, where a lot of people are just going to gamble with pocket tens. The blinds are 200, 400. I've got nearly 40 big blinds. I don't need to just cold call off 20 big blinds with pocket tens. If the guy doesn't limp under the gun and then we find a raiser, I have no idea if I'm against ace king. I may be against one over pair, one under pair, could be against 3 over cards, but I don't need to put myself in a position to gamble.
I probably would have called the all-in.
Yeah, a lot of people call. I'm not one of those players that wants to put myself in a position to gamble 20 big blinds, just because it's the limper under the gun that, you know, really makes a huge difference, because a lot of people do that with really big hands. Yeah. So I just took a view that, you know, we're playing a TV tournament. If I put all my chips in here and walk into aces, it's not ideal. But I found ace queen of hearts.
Oh, that's nice.
This is my Bok hand.
You got sevens as well in this hand. We're going to see a raise. Okay. Should we be seeing a call from a sevens? Oh,
he's all in. Yeah. No, he can never flat call with his stack size. Flat calling 2,000, which is over 20% of the stack, makes no sense at all. He's done nothing wrong. Got it in with sevens. You see, the difference now is I'm pot committed. It's only another 9,500 to me. You know, he can be doing this with such a wide range. He could be doing it with a worst ace, a small pocket pair, king, queen, queen, jack suited. So in this position, I call. As we can see, we're in a race.
Leaves you with just under 2,000 there.
Yeah.
Not hitting anything. Can he hit it on the river? Oh.
How can I not win a flip? After folding pocket tens, you see, I made a good fold and would have been rewarded. No, it's so sevens takes me out there.
It's poker though, isn't it?
That's poker, exactly. That's the game. That's what we love. That's the hand that really crippled me. And I think
really crippled now. What are the blinds? So the blinds are 501,000 here.
Oh, yeah, I got less than 2 big
blinds.
You've got
to just go all in, really, haven't you?
Any suited connectors, suited one gappers, anything like that, the money's got to go in because the big blind's coming round, and there you can see I've got suited one gappers. It's
get it in and pray.
Absolutely.
But we've got kings, and we've got fours, and we've got sixes, all at this table.
So we get it in.
You got to hope for some...
It's interesting to see now, pocket fours has made a great fold there.
Yeah.
Because he knows if he flat calls there, someone's going to come over the top just to take advantage of the situation, that I'm all in, and to eliminate him. And he's really got a raise or fold there. So I do like his raise. And the kings has min-raised here, which...
what do you think to that?
Yeah, it's just to say to the guy that's in the big blind, listen, if you want to play, it's going to be an extra 1,000 on top of Paul's all in, and we're going to build a side pot. And he has decided to call with pocket pair. See if I can get lucky here. Well,
oh, you hit a 7.
I found a 7.
It's not going to be enough to beat those kings.
Well, all of a sudden you can see my percentages.
You got 21%.
Are pretty good in this hand. And pocket sixes have decided to check. Flagiris is just trying to take the side pot with a bet, but the bet looks so weak that I actually like the play now that Kakadu makes. He says, well, I'll call the 1,000. Don't think you've got an ace.
Okay.
Doesn't make sense why you only bet 1,000. It's really weak. And bing! Finds a miracle card, but unfortunately he's never going to get on because there's an ace on the table.
Yeah.
So he's checked again.
Check.
And Flagiris should really check behind.
Is it going to be a... Oh, okay.
Yeah, because there's no point betting, because either he's a mile ahead or a mile behind. So we can see the river card. And I'm drawing dead.com. And I'm pretty sure...
Are we going to see all the chips going?
Well, king should never put another penny into this pot. And if he'd have bet a bit more on the flop, he'd have won this hand. He's open shoved, which I'm not really mad about, because if Flagiris had an ace, he definitely would bet the turn. So we know his opponent doesn't have an ace. He's trying to make his hand maybe look like a busted flush draw, but the guy's never going to put 10,000 chips in.
No.
I definitely would have gone for a value bet in the tournament.
Would you have gone for a smaller bet?
2,000 chips.
2,000.
just because now flaggerists might think, well, for 2,000 I can't fold in case it is a bluff. And in tournaments, every chip is so valuable that, you know, in a cash game, open shoving's fine, because if he calls, he calls. If he doesn't, he doesn't. But in a tournament, the chips are so valuable, and that was my exit hand.
After the break, we'll get down to the nitty-gritty of the final 10. So join us in a few minutes for more from the G2Poker.com TV tournament series.